Peabody was not just a miniature horse, he was a miracle, a tiny spark of life that lit up our world, even if only for a short while. His story began in the most heartbreaking way, but it became one of resilience, love, and an unbreakable spirit that continues to live in our hearts. It all started when I received a call from a woman who owned a breeding ranch. Her voice was indifferent, almost dismissive, as she said, "My mare just had a foal, but it's a runt. We're going to put it down." My heart stopped. "No, don't do that," I responded immediately without hesitation. I didn't know what I was getting into, but I knew one thing: I had to save that baby. Peabody was only 3 days old when I first saw him. He was heartbreakingly small, his fragile body weak and struggling to survive. His legs were crooked, his tiny mouth couldn't open properly due to a bad bite, and he could barely stand. His mother had rejected him, leaving him helpless and alone. But when I looked into his wide, searching eyes, I saw something extraordinary: hope. Did I really die and go to heaven? That's what his eyes seemed to ask me when I scooped him up into my arms. In that moment, I knew I had made the right choice. Caring for Peabody was not easy. He couldn't nurse like other foals, so I fed him milk from a bowl, carefully holding his head as he tried to drink. It was a struggle, but he was determined. I refused to give up on him, and he refused to give up on life. Then came the biggest challenge: teaching him to walk. His legs, weak and unsteady, wobbled with every step. But with time, patience, and a pair of tiny custom-made shoes, Peabody took his first real steps. The sound of his little hooves tapping against the wooden floor was music to my ears. He was no longer just surviving, he was living. Peabody was too fragile to be around other horses. If one accidentally nudged him too hard, he would fall over like a feather in the wind. So instead, he became part of our home, our tiny, four-legged housemate who refused to believe he was anything less than one of the family. I had 2 French bulldogs, one of whom was named Penelope. The first time she met Peabody, they stood nose to nose, curiously sniffing each other. There was no fear, no hesitation. Within moments, they were off, racing across the house, competing to see who was the fastest. Peabody tried his best to keep up, his little legs pumping as fast as they could go. He never won, but that never stopped him from trying. Watching him run, play, and laugh in his own way filled my heart with indescribable joy. He became inseparable from the dogs, eating alongside them, napping beside them, and even causing mischief just like they did. "Did you go pee-pee, Peabody?" I'd playfully ask. "Did you go poo-poo?" His ears would perk up as if he understood every word. And at dinner time, all 3 of them, Peabody and his bulldog siblings, would sprint into the kitchen like a tiny stampede. Despite his small size, Peabody had a big personality. He was mischievous, stubborn, and full of sass. I caught him chewing on my papers once and jokingly scolded him. "Peabody, if you keep eating my papers, I'm gonna love Bugsy more than you." He just blinked at me, then promptly stole another piece. But he knew he was loved, and in return, he gave us a love that was boundless. Tragically, dwarf horses don't live long. Peabody's time with us was far too short, but he made every moment count. The day he left this world was one of the hardest I've ever faced, but even in my sorrow, I found comfort in knowing that his life, however brief, had been filled with love, laughter, and the warmth of a family that cherished him. Peabody was more than just a miniature horse. He was proof that even the smallest, most fragile souls can leave the biggest impact. His spirit lives on in the memories we hold dear, in the joy he brought us, and in the love that will never fade. If Peabody's story touched your heart, please share it. Let his legacy remind the world that every life, no matter how small, is worth saving, worth loving, and worth celebrating.